The recovery began with rain downtown this morning at 54. Once again, here's Bill.
Thank you, Steve, and good morning, everyone. A man arrested in connection with the deadly shooting pled not guilty yesterday morning in court. Jacob Carver has been charged with 1 count of murder, attempted murder, and felonious assault each. He's currently being held on a $50,000 cash-assured bond and is lodged in the Sauter County Jail. Now, according to Sauter County Sheriff David Thurman, the shooting took place on District Lane in Green Township. When deputies and detectives arrived at the scene, they found a man slumped behind the steering wheel of a Chevy Equinox that had multiple bullet holes in it. Detectives were able to identify the victim as Ronnie Rowe, age 24, of South Shore, Kentucky. A preliminary hearing has been set for this Thursday, November 21st, in Sauter County Common Pleas Court. And on a lighter note, you better get ready because it's coming anyway. Another holiday travel record. Angela Ann has more with AAA's Asia Diaz.
80 million Americans expected to travel somewhere 50 miles away from home. That's 1.7 million more than last year.
Out of all of the holidays, Thanksgiving is the one that most people travel. So that's why you're going to have the airports be the most crowded they are out of the whole year, and also the roads.
AAA also saying most people will be driving, so if you are one of them, expect those roads to be crowded mostly on Tuesday and Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and then the Sunday and Monday after.
2 Ohio Democrats want to impose a 10-day waiting period before gun purchases. The provision would only apply to licensed dealers, but the bill's sponsors argue that cooling off period will save lives. The bill's sponsors, Cincinnati Democrat State Representatives Cecil Thomas and Rachel Baker, point to results in other states with waiting period laws. According to a 2017 study, mandatory waiting periods for handgun purchases reduce gun homicides by 17% and gun suicides by 11%. Now, despite strong majority support for restrictions like background checks or a ban on high-capacity magazines, limits on gun ownership remain polarizing. And with Republicans holding firm control of the Ohio State House, the waiting period measure, like nearly any gun control proposal, is a long shot. And the Samaritan's Purse Project, Operation Christmas Child, collects shoebox gifts filled with small, fun toys, school supplies, and hygiene items, and delivers them to children in need around the world to demonstrate God's love in a tangible way. Now, this is National Collection Week, so we took the opportunity to speak with Gayleen St. Ledger Cox, who told us about packing the boxes.
This is just our way that we can take a simple shoebox and pack it for a boy or a girl, choosing age 2 to 4, 5 to 9, or 10 to 14, and pack it, first of all, pray, and then pack it with fun items, make it full, personalized, and pray again, and of course, pack it with lots of love.
Now, Gayleen also told us what not to pack.
Food, seeds, or medicine items, no, because they have expiration dates and other reasons. No liquids, because if liquid spills in a box, it would probably ruin that box. And shoe boxes, most of the time, 15 or 16 shoe boxes are packed in a carton. So possibly all 14 of the others would be destroyed by liquid. Nothing warlike. Many children live in war-torn areas, especially Ukraine and elsewhere.
And Pastor John Gowdy, whose Temple Baptist Church helps with the collection of thousands of boxes locally, said not to overlook the box itself.
It certainly does. The Bible would call those things good works, and it just is a really, really very special time. Additionally, what's in the box, but the box itself can be a gift. Some of these are plastic boxes, and you can imagine they could use them to get water or to store food or what have you. So even the box itself is treasured.
Now, for more drop-off information, such as locations, you can call the station, and we'll have that information for you. For Mix 99.3 News, I'm Bill Shope.
Okay, Bill, have a bad day. How does that sound?
Oh.
No, I'm saying that because it is have a bad day.
Oh, wow, okay.
I don't know who came up with this. Well, I do, and I'll tell you here in a second. But this is a day where you're supposed to wish somebody a bad day. And because even though you're having bad days, sometimes you always say, well, have a good day, when it's not. And this holiday on the 19th of November was started by somebody who decided to encourage folks to go ahead and get a bad day and get it out of your way.
See, to me, it would just add to the total.
Yeah, yeah, and it was kind of done tongue-in-cheek, but it's been around for a while, I guess, on this particular date. It was originally created, again, for those in the customer service industry, but it's now kind of spilled over into the real world. You see, your reaction was perfect, because if you're just sitting around and go, hey, okay, hey, have a bad day, people go, huh? You know what I'm saying?
Can you imagine if you're going through a checkout line or
Yeah.
something like, hey, and thank you, have a bad day?
Well, I have to say, have a nice day is kind of condescending. We hear that all the time. Have a nice day. I don't want to.
That's right.
But maybe to explain it a little further.
Today is November 19th. Have a bad day. Sick of saying have a good day? Well, today say have a bad day. It feels good, and it's good to hear. Now, you won't feel bad if you don't have a good day. You'll feel good that you had a bad day. Yes, have a bad day is a good day.
Right, I guess. That's a little convoluted for me. I just assumed to say, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya.
There you go.
There you go. All right, thank you, man. This update brought to you by Portsmouth Cancer Care and Associates. Dr. Inoshita and his crew of the Care Compassion Roadmap to Your Recovery begin. The health and well-being of the community when it comes to cancer care and the cure is a name that's legendary. His name is Dr. Inoshita. At Portsmouth Cancer Care and Associates of Portsmouth, they're always there to think way ahead of the curve to provide the absolute latest in care treatments and that personal one-on-one service that today is so rare. With Dr. Inoshita and King's Daughters, they owe their success to the many forward-thinking community members and great volunteers who have all helped shape King's Daughters and Dr. Inoshita as their first choice from patients and families who choose them for the most critical time in their life when that absolute right decision must be made. For more information from screenings to treatment, contact Dr. Inoshita by calling 353-4884 or stop by and meet their incredibly helpful staff at 916 11th Street in Portsmouth. With Dr. I and Portsmouth Cancer Care and Associates, that's where the Care Compassion and the roadmap to your cure begin. And good morning. It is 7:38, and we do have some rain in the area. Some is heavy, so be careful of that. 54 degrees downtown. And time now once again for sports. Brought to you this morning by your friends at Call Your Home Medical. And they're easy to find at 1661 State Route 522. And they'll come to you with all kinds of help. Just give them the call, 574-0327. All right, well, we've got Mark Williams in and sports on this Tuesday. And some people stayed up probably to watch America's team last night. I didn't for long. You didn't at all.
I didn't at all, no.
Do you think Dallas, let me ask you a very quick question going into this. Dallas, do you think since Jerry Jones has really kind of waxed his influence on Dallas with everything, that the team's kind of lost its appeal as America's team? I remember when basically they had a fan base that was the biggest I've ever seen across the country. I don't see that anymore.
I agree with you on that, and I think a lot of it is, just because we're so saturated with football. I mean, almost every game is on now, or there's some way for you to be able to watch it. So I don't think that they have the appeal. Plus, they haven't been to the Super Bowl forever. You know? So I mean, I think that has a lot to do with it as well. And then I think, man, maybe it might be depend on who you ask. But if you're asking me, no, I don't think that that's the case.
I think they're a bit of a team of hype. Yes, and they have been for a long time. I mean, Dak Prescott, I don't look at him as one of the elite quarterbacks. I mean, he's good, but some of the players that they had, back in the day, we all know well, but I just don't see them having that national appeal as they once did.
I agree with you on that. I think that's certainly the case, and with just a 3-win season right now, they certainly don't this year.
Yeah, all right, and maybe the reason why Mark has here this morning when we start sports.
Right. That could very well be, Steve. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Monday Night Football last night closed out Week 11 of the NFL season. It was the battle with the Lone Star State, with the Houston Texans downing the Dallas Cowboys 34-10. Former Bengals running back Joe Mixon had a big night, 109 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. Also from the NFL, the Cincinnati Bengals could be without cornerback DJ Turner for the rest of the season, according to a report from NFL Network's Ian Rappaport. Turner left the Bengals' loss to the Los Angeles Chargers with an injury Sunday, and Rappaport says it's feared to be a fractured clavicle. The Bengals have a bye week this week. Men's college basketball tonight. Ohio State is back home to take on Evansville. Coverage begins at 6:15 with the tip-off at 7 p.m. on Fox Sports AM 1260 and 95.7 FM. The Buckeyes are 2-1 on the season heading into play tonight. The 9th-ranked Kentucky Wildcats host Lipscomb at Rupp Arena at 7 tonight, and number 18-ranked Cincinnati will go across the river to play Northern Kentucky, which also tips at 7 p.m. Locally, Shawnee State will play at Georgetown College tonight at 7, and the Shawnee State women's team will open the season with a makeup game against Wilberforce at 6 p.m. at the Frank and Janice Waller Gymnasium. This is a makeup game from November 11th when the two teams could not play due to not having officials. NBA tonight, the Cleveland Cavaliers go for 16 in a row to start the season as they travel to Boston to take on the Celtics in group play of the NBA Cup. Tip-off is at 7. In the NHL last night, the Columbus Blue Jackets skated past the Boston Bruins 5-1. And one final note, Wheelersburg alum Aaron Jolly finished up his outstanding 4 years at Mount Vernon Nazarene Soccer recently and earned honorable mention in the Crossroads League. Your Portsmouth Insurance Sports Time is 7:42. Portsmouth Insurance is a TAH benefits partner. Call Gary Duzan for all your employee benefit needs. I'm Mark Williams, WNXT Sports.
All right, thank you, Mark. And this update brought to you by Call Your Home Medical, expanding their business opportunities to include Call Your Home Medical. To find out how they can come to your home and set it up for free, just give them a call at 574-0327. And we'll check traffic weather together next.
Collier is expanding its business opportunities to include Collier Home Medical, a local durable medical equipment company, or DME, offering free home setup of a variety of home medical equipment such as home oxygen and portable oxygen, as well as hospital beds, wheelchairs, rollators, walkers, and more. Collier also offers home sleep testing along with CPAP and BiPAP for patients diagnosed with sleep apnea. Overnight pulse oximetry testing is available with a physician order. Located at 1661 State Route 522 across from Kroger in Wheelersburg, call 740-574-0327.
Traffic and service of your friends at the Cider River, 1024 Gallia Street. And again, the river's going to be there with the legendary steaks, chicken ribs, and more, but they'll also come to you too because they do love to cater. Looking at the radar this morning, we are getting some heavy pockets of rain coming through, so kind of be careful of that because ponding of water and those slick leaves. The road crews are going to try to get out today, I guess. Carey's Run in Washington Township still closed day and night through at least Thursday, and that's going to be between Bellamy Road and Crane Road. Don't have any reports of accidents, but if you see something, give us a call at 354-1993. Traffic service of your friends at the Cider River opens 7 days a week.
Weather a service of A1 Auto Glass, which now has a windshield calibration machine used to recalibrate all of the safety features in the windshields of foreign vehicles. This used to have to be done at a dealership after installation, but now you can save money by getting it done at A1 Auto Glass in Portsmouth.
Your first alert forecast from WSAZ. Scattered showers moving in, more common as we get to the afternoon, but still mild with a light breeze. Temperatures reaching the 60s this afternoon, dropping to the 50s overnight tonight as those scattered showers fade. But it gets even more downhill on Wednesday as alert days are up from Wednesday evening through Friday morning, especially Thursday evening with that risk for rain changing to snow with light accumulation possible.
I'm WSAZ News Channel 3 meteorologist Brandon Butcher on the Ohio Valley's hit music channel, Mix 99.